Game day, baby. It's 11 o'clock. Go Cats. So today is college game day, and it's the 14th. I know it's been a long time since I've done a video. 14th of September. So today we have a pork shoulder that's already in the Traeger, and then we are going to do some chicken wings. So stand by for some awesome action. So spread these chicken wings out, and I went on with the Brisket Magic and the olive oil, and then you can just kind of mix these together and let them sit for a little bit. I like to bring them to room temperature before I stuff them in the smoker, because it takes about a couple hours to really get them smoked well. And you know, if you put them in there fresh out of the package, they're almost frozen, so it's going to take way longer. So you let those come to temperature. Now, something that you can do it just this way with the olive oil and the Brisket Magic, or whatever rub choice you want. We started using this lemon garlic, which gives it a little bit of a lemon garlic flavor coming off of the smoker, which is great. You know, experiment with it, see what you like. So this pork shoulder, it's a bone-in pork shoulder, has been in for about an hour now. We're gonna let it go on for another 3 or 4 hours here before we put it in the slow cooker with some beautiful ingredients to render pulled pork in the end. All right, so I got my 2 little hooks here. We've been on for 3.5 hours now. We got a real good smoke on this. I've been at 250 degrees. I don't know if y'all can see that. Probably not, because of that gum sun. 250 degrees. We're gonna put this in here, and then I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do next, because it's a little different than the last pulled pork roast. We're going to keep this on, and we're going to put our wings in here next. So now we've got our wings in the Traeger. We're going to keep these wings in here. Let's see, it's 10:48. So these are probably going to come off right about 1 o'clock today. And I moved my temperature back down to 225 on these. So I promised you different today. Holly here has a mandolin slicer, and she is carving an apple 1 slice at a time into the pan with the pork shoulder.
He always puts me on when I look my best, so.
Next ingredients are going to be, I don't know how to turn this damn thing around.
What do you mean?
Apple cider, craisins, and a little bit of brown sugar. So all that's going to go here in the pan. But this would be quite the experiment for us today. Taking a risk, not using Dr. Pepper for the first time. Just hope we don't die. So that was, what were the type of apples that you used, Halls?
So I used 2 Granny Smith apples and 1 sweet red apple, like a Honeycrisp or a Gala apple, a Jazz apple, a Cameo apple. Any sweet red apple is gonna work for that. So then we're gonna, I love my beer opener here. We call him Mucha Lucha. We got him at Buc-ee's this summer, so he wrestles our He wrestles our cans open or bottles, I guess, more appropriately. So, cider number 1. We normally do 2 Dr. Peppers, but since this is an oversized shoulder, we're going to go with 3 bottles of liquid instead of just 2.
Which I think is riskier, but we'll see. Maybe it'll turn out.
Proportionally for the liquid to meat ratio for a wet roast, you want a little bit more liquid to make that work. So we're going to go with, and this is when I'm going to measure. I don't often use a measuring cup, but I'm going to go with 1/2 cup of dried cranberries. But you could also use dried cherries. Golden raisins might work pretty well. And you can also use the any kind of sulfite-free. I would not use sugar-free, but you can go as natural as you want to with your dried fruit. So then we've got these 1/4 cup measures of brown sugar, and we're just going to mix all of this together. And I'm kind of toying around with the idea of putting a sprig or 2 of thyme in here just to give it a little herbal flavor. So we may or may not do that here in a minute, but
Hey, while we're taking risks, we might as well take them all.
all right, so I'm gonna put I've got thyme growing in my garden, so if you followed, you know that. I'm gonna just put a couple of whole sprigs in there, and then we'll show you some special things that I have in mind for the juice that's gonna be left over. All right.
So the original plan was to go into here, into our slow cooker, but when we discovered that our roast would not fit, we stayed in this one. So she went ahead and got some thyme, and so we got cranberries, thyme, apples, and apple cider in here. And then I'm going to use the shiny side down of our Pitmaster Choice foil. I like that foil because it's a lot thicker. After a long wait, pulled porks come out.
Pulled pork cider. Oh, check out that beautiful, beautiful.
That's exactly what it should look like. Spotty? Let's see what we got here.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
Good Lord, that's exactly what it's supposed to look like right there.
Oh, that is sweet. You can definitely taste the apple and the smoke. That's really good.
She likes it. That's good.
What you got there, honey?
Pork tacos with a little bit of queso, a little street taco tortilla made of corn. This is how God intended for us to eat one of these creatures right here, especially in Texas. By the way, Cat's won.
Hey, honey, come back and try you one.
Yep. Oh man. Experiment successful.